Hey, welcome to another episode of Bubba's Tango 18. I'm Bubba and this is the build. So we're getting pretty close now, close to the due date and close to being completed with this project. I say that, but there's still a lot of stuff to do. But while we were away from the camera here, we have been doing a lot of things. So let's run down through them. So we started sanding the interior of the boat, stuff that wasn't done, fairing out the edges, getting all this stuff rounded over so we could put down a coat of topside, total boat, topside, total boat. Glued up, you saw that, we glued up all these support rails for the tow rail that's going on top. Here's one of the tow rails that we up in the bow. So this goes up here. One goes on this side, one goes on the other side. And this is the beginning of our complete tow rail. It goes around the edge. Okay. So this is going to get planed out, glued and screwed into this piece. And then that will be the beginning, the basis to make the connection points for our pieces that are going to ultimately bend. So what I think I'm going to do is I will pre-drill these with the next piece so that I have something to lock it onto and then to be able to flex from. I'm just trying to think of a good jig that I could create to lock onto this piece to keep the nice curve bend in it while the glue dries. But then up here on the bow, again, this is only one half of it. The other half is going to come in, obviously, over here, and then we're going to be left with these diamond shapes that we're going to do an infill of contrasting wood inside of. So that's where we're really at. Sanding, painting, and doing the tow rail. Still a lot to do because I still have to varnish the entire tow rail after it's formed, put on, routed, sanded, tow boat gleam. So there's still a bunch to do. Got to paint the hull sides, got to do the boot stripe, got to paint the interior. So still a bit to do. Alright, well, hang around. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you like. Otherwise, see you on the next one. Here's our pieces. I've been drawing for over 24 hours. So let's they feel nice and strong. Here's the other. And that will be the basis for the tow rail leading all the way to the back of the boat. So I'm going to go ahead and plane these flat, sand them. I might route them so that I can fasten this down permanently on top of it. So I'm going to try it out on a 64th first. I bet you that's making it pretty darn flat. Nope. So what I'm thinking as I talk this out in my head is I'm going to, although I've primed this and smoothed it and everything else, I think I'm going to scribe a line on the inside on both sides, tape it off, pull out my belt sander or some sander, sand all this off back down to good wood so that I can come in here with thickened epoxy and epoxy these down, because they're going to be the basis for the rest of the tow rail to hold on to. Start with that one. Alright, well, let's do some paint removing. Some primer removing. I don't know if it's a planning everything through issue or learn from your mistakes issue. Yes, this is very painful. Very painful. As they say, sometimes you gotta break some eggs to make an omelet. Well, it's not that painful after it's covered up and you know what it's doing. So let's mix up some thickened epoxy. And lastly, while the breast hook tow rail is drying, about 3 days ago I started putting a bend into this piece of mahogany, and that piece is going to go right up in here where this curved area is, right here, right there. So I'll cut it to fit, put it up in there, make the top edge of that flush with the deck so water cascades off.